Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi shabab. Welcome to Big Bang Data Science Solutions week number 6 and session number 2. In this session, we'll talk about the some concepts, or we'll learn about some skills related to data preparation and data preprocessing. So today, or in this, we are going to learn how to deal with categorical data. Most of the machine learning that have been designed so far, they are designed around numerical data. So machine learning is nothing but a mathematical function that deals better, that do better job when your data is numerical. So in the previous sessions, or in the previous, we assume that you are working for on auto insurance, where we have a clear business problem, and the problem is, as it states, is that we are working for an auto insurance company that is losing too much money. It's losing money because of the fraudulent claims. So we are hired as data scientists to help fix this problem. So what we did as data scientists, of course, we learned about many methodologies that we could use. One of the best methodology that we can use is the CRISP-DM, which is phased. So we have spent time in phase number 1, understanding, the business, understanding, gathering the requirement, understanding the objectives, the framing of problem, understanding the data, the Y variable, identifying the analytical approach, identifying the deployment plan, the knowing or working with building a strong team, understanding or knowing our stakeholders. And if you don't have any data yet, we could design what we call the ABT, which is a mental picture. It's a real picture, but mental picture of what you expect from as far as the data is concerned. Then we are going to use the IBT for the data understanding. So we are going to use the ABT to acquire the data that we thought we are going to need, and we are going to collect the data with the help of the data expert. Then we are going to read that data into whatever tools we'll be using. And once we have the data in the platform we are using, then we need to explore it using exploratory data analysis methodologies, methods. Then we need to visualize it, to apply some statistical analysis. So we need to torture it as much as we can using whatever tools that we know better. At the end of the day, we have to design what we call the quality book. The quality book is nothing but a complete documents of the your discoveries from the data that you've been exploring. And this quality report is what we are going to use for phase number 3, and that is data preparation and data preprocessing. So in data preparation, then we have to deal with the target variable problems. If you have imbalanced target variable, we have to balance it. If you have, this is for binary target variable, trinary, multi-class, or nominal target variable. If you have a continuous target variable that is not normally distributed, we have to normalize it. Then we have to find and deal with duplicates, redundant. We have to deal with missing values. We have to deal with outliers. We have to deal with features with high cardinality. We have to learn about the optimal best methods to convert categorical data into numerical data. If you have numerical data that is not in a good shape, then we need to fix it. If your data is skewed to the right, skewed to the left, then we need to determine the best method to bring it to normal data. Then sometimes you might need to normalize, factorize, binarize, standardize. Depends on the need, depends on the type of the data, depends on the need, and depends on complexity of the data as well. So then we need sometimes we apply correlation analysis to help us understand the influence, the correlation, the relationships between your elements, the elements of your data, the features of your data, and sometimes we use correlation analysis to filter our features and determine what needs to be kept, what needs to be taken out of the data set. Sometimes if you have high dimensional data, sometimes you might need to reduce the dimensionality by aggregating some of the features or bin some of the features. If you have numerical data, we could bin them. If we have categorical data, numerical data, we could aggregate them and bin them as well. The most important the steps or process steps is data feature engineering and feature selection. Sometimes you have a data but that data is not going to take you anywhere because of so many things around it. So what we have to do, and if that is the only data that we have but we cannot use it, then we might need to investigate further how we can extract a new data from the given data set. At the end of the day, we have to have a version that is ready, a version that is clean, crystal clean, good to go, ready for analysis. Why do we need to do that? Is we have to be careful of what we are going to produce. So our final version should be a version that is biased, error-free, bias-free, and it has to be a version that can be either used to avoid the GIGO concept and the GIDO. The GIDO. Garbage in, garbage out, garbage in, danger out. And I was planning to share with you an example of this GIGO and GIDO before the computer crashed, unfortunately. So we were talking about the Zillow. This is one of the example of how the garbage you are going to get if you are using a garbage data. So the Zillow invested in buying houses based on what their data science team had discovered by probably investigating, analyzing some data. So it ended up having some serious problem with the investment. Whatever decision the Zillow made, it was made on a data that was based, on results that have been produced from a biased data. And of course, what happened? The Zillow, they ended up firing their data scientists because the decision that was made they went ahead and purchased many houses based on the action plan that was resulted, that was based on outcome of data science project. But data science project was based again on biased data. So that is garbage in, garbage out. If you were to use the garbage data, just expect to hear the music. And this is what exactly happened with the Zillow home by Zillow company. That is an example of a GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. An example of GIDO is if you search for the soap, the sponsor racism. In some of the U.S. airports, they have some of the smart soap dispenser in the bathrooms, and this smart soap dispenser, they are designed using artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, if you have a dark skin, or if you are black or dark skin, then it's all about senses. You know, whenever you press, you scan your hand, or if you have a dark skin, then you are not going to get the soap. If you have a white skin, then you get the soap. هذه كاينه في المطارات، في بعض المطارات كاين هذوك ديال في الباثروم، في الحمامات ديالهم عندهم هذوك ديال اللي كتعطي السوب، يعني في واحد لا ماشين كدير فيها الصابون.
ديستريبيتور صابون.
Yeah, I don't know the name of French, but yes. منين الى انت الى عندك هذا السكين ديالك دارك، يعني يعني ماشي ابيض، يعني ولا كنتي اسود البشره مع الاسف، كدير يديك ما كتعطيكش الصابون. الا كنتي بيض كدير يديك كتعطيك الصابون، درتي كنتي يعني اسود ولا not dark skin, you are not gonna get the soap. وفعلا this is discrimination ونصل عليه الندم. علاش؟ لان هذه البيانات اللي صنعوا منها، اللي استعملوا باش يصنعوا منها باش through artificial intelligence باش يصنعوا منها هاد لا ماشين هذه، there was a biased data. ربما استعملوا الصور ديال الناس ديال شمال افريقيا، مش شمال امريكا، نورث امريكا، اللي كلهم واحد نسبه كبيره ديالهم بيضين. استعملوا الناس اللي عندهم البشره البيضاء، استعملوا الصور ديال الناس اللي عندهم ديك سميتها البشره البيضاء. منين كتستعمل، منين درتي انت في اللايف والناس كتستعملوا، الا ما كنتيش ابيض ما تعطيك والو. That is a good example of garbage in, danger out. Why it's danger? Because it could cause a harm to someone's feelings. It cause a real harm to someone's life. So it's a danger. It's dangerous. The end result is dangerous. That is why it's called garbage in, danger out. So the bias is always going to be there. هاد الانحيازات، البيانات منحازة، الانحياز غادي يكون عندك البيانات ما عندك كدير ليها. But your job as data scientist is to try as much as you can to reduce this bias. والبايس راه عنده بزاف ديال المصادر. يقدر يكون you as the source of the bias. تقدر تكون politics. It could be a politics. It could be you. It could be the way you sample your data. It could be the data from the source. It could be so many things, so many factors that could contribute into what we call the data bias. Your job as data scientist is to reduce as much as you can this bias. Okay, so today we are going to learn a few things, how we can make the data ready, and we are going to talk about the categorical data. So okay, so we are going to talk about how to transform the categorical data. So let me give you a very good example. I'll start with the data that we have in hand. This is our data. Okay, this is the data that was given by the business, and let's think about how we can transform how to transform some of our categorical data. Okay, so we got this data. This is the data that we have from the business. It's simply separate the numerical features, the input features from the class, from the target variable. Okay, so we have here two categorical features. We got the gender of all our client, and we got education layer. So I am going to test your understanding of how to transform categorical data. If you were given this data, and how do we transform this from categorical data? This is categorical data to numerical data. What would be your input? How do we transfer this? Can anyone transform this categorical data, gender, ensured sex to numerical data. Can anyone try? Please try. Anyone?
We can utilize the formula if.
Okay.
If male égale 1, if female égale 0.
Okay. That is called mapping. So we are going to do, you said if male, we are going to give 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. And all the way to the end, right? Right?
Yes.
Okay, what is wrong with this? What is wrong with this method? There is a serious problem about it. It's a wrong method. What's wrong with it? Can anyone think what's wrong about this method? Yes, Selma. Selma, this is a good answer. You are telling the system, males are better than females. Males are better than females. Okay. هذا يجي عندك الاخوات يقول لك علاش عطيتيني انا صفر؟ علاش ما تعطيش راسك صفر؟ Why do you give me 0? I mean,
no, just to transfer.
No, there's not just here. There's not just here. Why do you give your wife a 0? Are you better than your wife? انت احسن من الزوجة ديالك؟
No.
Then why you give her a 0? Why you give yourself a 1? Let's do the opposite. We are going to do the opposite. So احنا غادي نعطيو للرجال 0 ونعطيو للاخوات نعطيهم 1. 0 0 1 1 0 1 0 0 1 0. Okay? It's a discrimination. علاش عطيتيني سيدي انا 0 وعطيتي الزوجة ديالي 1. Okay? So this is not اشنو هو المشكل؟ علاش ما قدرناش نعطيو 0 و1 ولا 1 2 ولا 3 4 ولا 7 8؟ Why we cannot do that? Can you think about it? إلا درنا true false true false is going to be the same. True false false true false false is going to be the same. اجي وحده تقول لك علاش عطيتيني انا false؟ علاش ما تعطينيش true اعطيها راسك false؟ So we are telling the system, if we were to use the mapping, we are telling the system and one is better than the other. إذا عندك $1 راه ماشي هي عندك $2. إذا عندك $0 راه ماشي هي عندك $1. So this is discrimination. واحد كتقول السيستم راه واحد حسن من الآخر. اشنو هو الالغوريثم؟ هذاك الموديل is equal an algorithm plus data. الالغوريثم هذا هو just math. It's all math. في الماث واحد راس صغر من جوج. 2 are smaller than 3. 3 is 4 is bigger than 3, larger than 3 وغادي هكا. يعني راه واحد راه جوج راه احسن من واحد. 3 راه كبر من جوج. So you cannot do the mapping. ولكن علاش؟ Why we cannot do the mapping? Now my question, Fatima Zahra, why we cannot do the mapping? علاش؟
كيف قلتي لنا استاذ بحال غتكون ديسكريميناسيون.
علاش الديسكريمينيشن علاش؟
غادي ندخلوا في بروبليم ديال كيف طرا في هاد ديستريبيتور ديال الصابون باغ اكزومبل
نو ماشي غادي ندخلوا لي الى استمرينا ولكن علاش ما قدرناش نديروا المابين that is the question.
One is bigger than zero, simply.
Start Jihad, what was your question or is your answer?
Because one is bigger than zero and
No,
the system will...
yes why علاش ما قدرناش نديروا 0 and 1. So إلا عطيتكم 1 2 3 4 and 5 اشنو كتعرفوا على what do you think what do you conclude about this data?
Numeric. It's numeric.
Yes, it's numeric, but what do you know about it?
classification.
It's not classification.
1
No.
2 3
1 2 3 4 5 كاين واحد تدرج.
order.
Yes, كاين واحد تدرج هو order. اوكي كاين تدرج واحد على جوج عندك درجه واحده 2 and 3 there is one step 3 and 4 one step so we got an order we have an order in there وحنا دابا عندنا في هاد البيانات عندنا شنو عندنا ميل اند فيميل واش كاين شي اوردر هنا do we have any specific order
No.
So الخطأ اللي درنا وهو كنحولوا هاد البيانات اللي هي non ordinal to ordinal هو الخطأ اللي درنا. So we are transforming non-ordinal data to ordinal data وغادي نخلقوا البايس. So what do we need to know about our data? And we need to know back كاين واحد slide and I shared it with you. I believe in data understanding. إلا رجعتوا ليها راح تلقاوها. Let me pull it up. Okay, I believe it's data explore data analysis. Yes. I believe this is here we go. So as data scientist هذه هي المهمة علاش انت غادي why you need to spend time understanding data. خصك تعرف واش الداتا اللي عندك واش عندك discrete or qualitative واش عندك continuous واش عندك categorical ولا numerical. categorical واش your data is ordinal ولا binary or nominal. علاش بيتعرف هادو بالضبط لأن إلا كنتي بغيت تحولهم you have to use the exact you have to use the method that supports the type of the data. During data transformation you cannot use anything يعني the f female equals 0 and female blah blah that is it could be used in an ordinal data انت عندك nominal data you cannot use ordinal you cannot use the ordinal transformation. شي علاش يعني قبل ما دير شي before you make any decision on what needs to be done, number one you need to know your data. إلا ما عرفتيش البيانات ديالك راه ما غاديش غادي تخلق شي مشكل وهذا يعني إلا درتي هذا ديال 10101 you are going to create a bias. That is very important. Okay, and so we cannot. This is nominal. This is nominal. So we cannot use mapping. No, we cannot use mapping. And by the way, there are many methods. كاين بزاف ديال الطرق ديال transformation. خلينا نكتشفهم بعدا. عاد نكملوا. Okay, there's a lot of data encoding. It's called data encoding. Data encoding. Okay, these are few. You could simply replace. تقدر غير انت تدير replacement. Yeah. Encoding labels, one hot encoding, binary encoding, backward difference encoding, miscellaneous features of كاين بزاف dummy variables كاين بزاف. هادو هما يعني جبت لكم مجموعة ديال encoding techniques that you could use. ولكن راه قبل ما تجرب شي encoding technique قبل ما transform your categorical data you literally need to know the type of the data that you have, the type of categorical data that you have. Okay, and I just gave you an example. And you failed to do it right. إلا درت لينا أنت شي مشروع ديال الذكاء الاصطناعي وفي عندك الميل and female وحولتهم ل 0 and 1, you are going to create some problems. Okay? And how about the next one? How about the second one? What do you think we should do?
Sir, I think it's ordinal.
Why do you think it's an ordinal?
Ordinal by level.
Okay, which one? There is going to be a debate. احنا عندنا مشكلة هنا. There is going to be a debate. تقدر تقول لي ordinal, تقدر نقول لك أنا لا. Okay. Why? لأن إلى شفنا إلى if you focus on the list, we get MD, we get PhD.
Yes.
We got associate, we got master, we got college.
Cool.
ولكن كاين شي GD it's not included. MD هذا تخصصات أخرين.
Okay.
يعني راه ماشي 100% ordinal.
Okay.
Yeah, so إلا قلتي لي هنا تقدر تقول لي ordinal نقول لك اوكي. إلا درتي الاوردينال ماشي مشكل، إلا درتي النومينال ماشي مشكل.
Okay.
ولكن you need to find out. خصك تهضري مع التيم ديالك وتقول لهم اشنو هي هاد الام دي، اشنو هي الجي دي.
Yes.
what they mean. لأن احنا عارفين عندك الهاي سكول.
Yes.
اشنو كتبع الهاي سكول؟ كتبعوا الاسوشيت. اشنو تابعوا؟ الباشلرز. اشنو تابعوا؟ الماسترز. اشنو تابعوا؟ البي اتش دي.
PhD.
ما عندناش الام دي الصومي، ما عندناش الام دي هنا، ما عندناش الجي دي.
Yes. Yes.
فهمتي؟ يعني you have to be careful.
Okay.
You have to be careful. But هنا كاين علامة استفهام. خصك you need to fix it. You need to determine what needs to be considered.
Okay.
Okay, then now what do we need to do for the male and female? كيفاش غادي نديروا ليها؟ غادي نستعملوا واحد الطريقة اسميتها dummy variables. So let's take a look. هذا dummy variables اشنو كدير؟ Sorry guys, I need to clean everything. Okay, so we are going to transform this into what we call the dummy vars. اشنو هي dummy variables? What it does for each level. هذه كتسمى level. How many level؟ شحال من level اللي عندنا هنا؟ How many levels?
2.
How many?
2.
Yeah, we got 2 levels. 2 unique levels. For each level, we are going to have what we call a column. So this is level 1 and this is level 2. So we are going to have insured 6_ male, insured 6_ female. هذه هي يعني طريقة كتشبه المابين اللي درنا. اللي هي البايس اللي فيها قليلة. هاد dummy verbs what it does is simply it's on or off. So female هادي هاد الكلاينت is he male or female؟ هذا the first one. So it's a male and it's not a female. The second one is a male, it's not female. The third one is a female, it's not a male. So we are going to get 1 0 1 0 0 1 وغادي يبقى 0 1 0 1 1 0 وغادي يبقى. اوكي لكن what is the problem؟ شنو هو المشكل اللي عندنا هنا؟ we got a problem. دابا إلا سولت شي واحد فيكم أسماء، أنا نسولك واش أنتي أنثى ولا ذكر؟
أنثى female.
Yes, yeah, you are going to tell me تقدري تقولي لي أنا أنثى ماشي ذكر. Yes?
Yes.
What is the problem if you tell me you are a male, you are not female? What is the problem? You are giving me information twice.
Two information.
Yeah, كتعطيني نفس الانفورميشن ولكن twice.
مرات.
تقول لي I am a female, I am not a male. يعني you are giving me the information twice. يعني كتخلقي duplication.
Okay.
أنت إلا قلتي لي I'm not a female, I am not a male، راهي I am female. تقدر تقول لي I am not a female, I am not a male، ولا تقدر تقولي لي I am a female.
Yes.
ولكن ما تقدرش تقولي لي I am a female, I am not a male.
Yes.
So اش خصنا نديرو هنا؟ اش خصنا نديرو هنا بالضبط؟ What do we need to do?
ونديرو سوا on سوا off.
يعني اشنو غادي نديرو؟ يعني يلا سولتك انتي يعني سولتك are you male or female? You could have told me I am a female and you got the right answer. You could have told me I am not a male and you got the right answer. But you cannot tell me I am a female, I am not a male.
Yes.
So what do we need to do? We need to keep only one.
One column, yes.
خصنا نخليو غير واحد. شكون فيهم؟ Which one?
إلا خلينا ميل أو إلا خلينا فيميل غنطيحو في نفس المشكل ديال.
No. Just before we go there, and just tell me which one to remove, to keep.
The first.
Why?
Second.
إلا سولتك أنت واش ميل ولا فيميل، شنو غادي يكون الجواب ديالك؟ غتقول لي
أنا غنخلي السكند كولوم.
No, it doesn't. No. إلا خليتي السكند ماشي مشكل، خليتي الأول ماشي مشكل. They both have the same answer.
Yes.
So which one to keep? It does not really matter. ماشي مشكل.
Yes.
ولكن خصنا نحيدو واحد. إلا حيدنا الأول هادي انتي. Okay?
Yes.
This is you.
Yes.
إلا حيدنا هذا عارفينك بأنها بنت. We
Yes.
know it.
ولا حيدنا التا الثاني غنعرفو بلي.
Yes. إلا حيدنا التا الثاني وخلينا الأول عارفينك بأنها بنت.
Yes.
ولكن إلا خليناهم بجوج راكي كتعطيني information twice.
معاودة جوج.
وإلا عطيتيني الهضرة معاودة جوج خطرات أنت you are confusing, you'll be confusing the model.
Okay.
كتعطي المعلومات twice الموديل is gonna get confused.
Okay.
So whatever we are gonna keep it doesn't really matter. دابا إلا افتراضا حيدنا هذا مثلا وخلينا غير هذا. So what is the difference between this column and this column? What is this one was we did the mapping. This one we did the dummy variable. هذه كتسمى dummy variable k minus 1. إلى عندك مثلا if you have for example 20 levels, we are going to create how many columns we are going to create? We are going to create 19 columns.
Yes.
عندك 3 عندك مثلا male female something else, we need to create 2, always key minus 1.
Okay.
Okay, so we have 2, so you got 1 2,
1
key minus 1
is 1.
is 1, so we are going to keep only 1. مثلا عندك هذا عندك بلس هذا عندنا مثلا عزكم الله gay or not determined, شو واحد ما بغاش يعطينا الجنس ديالو. So we got 1, we got male, we got female, we got not intended or not disclosure. عندنا 3. يعني غاديين يعني شحال من الكولوم اللي غادي نخلقوا؟ غادي نديروا 3 columns, no 3 columns, ولكن 3 minus 1 we are going to end up having only 2. Okay, so what now دابا عندنا 2, we are going to keep only 1, but what is difference between one column of the dummy variable and one column of the mapping؟ هذا ما كاينش الفرق كاين في البايس. هذا 100% بايس، هذا تقدر تلقاه واحد 60% 40% بايس. ده هو الفرق بيناتهم. Are you guys clear?
Yes.
Everybody in the room, are you guys clear?
Yes, sir. All clear. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Others, please.
Yes, it's clear, sir.
Good. Okay, so that is only few things that you really need to consider. خصكم تردوا البال من transformation. لا تديروا تقدر دير شي طريقة حولتيها zeros ل ones، ولكن ديك الطريقة اللي درتي غير مناسبة. It's not the right choice of transformation method. باش دير انت باش تعرف راسك just to be on the safe side, just to understand what would be the best transformation method is you need to know your data first. راه ما يمكنش غادي تحول البيانات ديالك الا ما عرفتيهاش. So you need to spend time understanding your categorical data, numerical data. وهذا الشيء كامل categorical data, numerical data هو اللي خصك دير لينا في داك سميتو الكواليتي ريبورت. Your quality report if you don't document this, definitely you are going to make a stupid mistake. يعني في quality report ديالك خصك دير categorical، شنو النوع ديال categorical اللي عندك، شنو النوع ديال numerical اللي عندك، وغادي هكا. So that is what you are going to need to use as a map, as a roadmap to determine the optimal transformation method. ولهذا يعني هاد business understanding و data understanding they are very very important. مهمين جدا. Come here. واحد المشيشة صار أنا معايا. Okay, guys understand?
هنا في كنديروا داك الميجرمنت.
نعم سي مصطفى.
هنا في كنديروا levels of measurement.
Levels of measurement. What do you mean by level of measurement?
We can refer the relationship among the value that are assigned to attribute for a variable. No?
ما بصراحة I don't understand your question. Yeah, في هذا في data understanding you got to measure your data from different corners. Yes, you are going to do statistical measurement. If you are talking about the dispersion, the shape, the relationship measurement, yes, during the data understanding, this is where you need to apply as many statistical measurement as possible.
Okay, thank you.
Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And هادو راه مهمين جدا. إلى ضيعتي إلى ما فهمتيش the problem ولا إلى ما فهمتيش البيانات ديالك راه ما غاديش. So you gotta stop. Don't continue. إلا حسيتي براسك راك ما فاهمش البيانات، راك ما فاهمش المشكل بلا ما تكمل، لأن داك الشيء اللي غادي يجي من بعد عدم فهم البيانات وعدم فهم البروبلم it is going to be a gaigo or a guido. غادي توقع في المشكل إلا كدير PhD, this is, you really need to spend time understanding the problem. You really need to spend time understanding your data. وباش تفهم البيانات, you need to apply had data explore data analysis. Yeah, you need to apply explore data analysis, data visualization and statistical analysis. Of statistical analysis, you are going to do all the measurement that brother type talked about. Okay. So looking into this data, نعطيكم واحد مثال آخر. أعطيكم واحد مثال بسيط. Insure. يعني أعطيكم هذا المثال هذا. Okay. How do you transform this? What do you think we should do to transform this data into numeric? So what is the problem that we have about this data?
We have a lot of levels.
Say again?
We have a lot of levels.
So what do you call that? Yes, we have a lot of levels. We call it high cardinal data or high cardinality. If we had high cardinal, we need simply we are going to delete, just remove it. ما ليش نستعمله. لكن افتراضا بأن محتاجينه, we need it. What do you think we need to do?
We should split the columns.
المهدي, what did you say?
نقسموا الكولوم.
How?
ناخذ داك النيميريك داتا بوحدهم و
No. Think about this.
Maybe teacher, we're gonna find the shortcut.
How?
Like we can see those kind of
Just
address.
أنت غير شوف لي هذه الكلمة هذه. What is the opposite of high?
No.
We got to move it to transform to low cardinal. How do we do that?
Maybe using cities in place of.
Yes. دابا تصور مثلا حنا ناخذ الخريطة ديال المغرب, عندنا واحد 70 ادريس من كازابلانكا, وعندنا واحد 90 ادريس from Rabat, عندنا 120 from Fez, وغادي هكا. So عوض ما نستعملوا 70 address from Casa, we are going to replace everything with Casa.
classification.
90 مثلا عندنا هذه مثلا هذه فورد درايف, هذه كازابلانكا, عندها ميلكوي كازابلانكا, هذه رباط, هذه فاس, كازابلانكا, رباط, فاس, وغادي هكا. يعني عوض ما تكون عندنا واحد 9,000 different level, we are going to have only 3. Okay, so we need, if you have a high cardinal data, we need number one to transform it into low cardinal data, and then we are going to use the dummy variable. هذا نستعملوا transformation على هذه كازابلانكا, وغادي نديرو داك ديال dummy variable k minus 1. The dummy variable k minus 1. Okay, that is very important. So if normally the best way to deal with high cardinal data is remove it. So let's take a look into let's fire up a Jupyter notebook, and I will show you exactly what I'm talking about.
اسمح لي أستاذ كيفاش نعرفوها بأنها high cardinal؟
Sure, that is what I want to show you.
Okay.
Just give you a minute, then you are gonna see that. How do we know if the data is high cardinal? Is using the statistical analysis. يعني لابد من statistical analysis of Python. You could use the describe function. Describe method is going to give you all the information you are going to need in terms of transforming the data. Okay. احنا فاش درنا describe قلت لكم describe only works for numerical data by default، ولكن تقدر انت تحولها ل categorical data. هتقول لي give me تقول السيستم ديالك I need information, I need you to include boolean and object. Okay, policy bin date. شحال من unique, how many unique features do we have? We got 1,000. You got 951. So you got 951 level. واش اشنو بغيتي دير لهاد 951؟ I think you should just remove, just حيدها بلا ما تبسط take it off. إلا كانت مهمة عاد كتحاول to reduce, you try to reduce the cardinality. Okay. An example of cardinality is assume that أعطيك واحد المثال آخر مهم جدا. hobbies. صار عندنا هاد الهوايات، يعني عندنا مجموعة ديال الهوايات. يعني إلا شفتي في هاد الهوايات هادو كتلقى كاين واحد القاسم مشترك. كتلقى مثلا واش تقدر مثلا يعني عوض ما تستعمل هاد الهوبيز تقدر to categorize them as indoor ولا outdoor. واش هوايتك كتمارس داخل البيت أو خارج أو الفضاء. يعني sleeping is an indoor. واحد كينعس يعني غالبا كتنعس في الدار، كتنعس في هذا board games. This is outdoor. Jumping is going to be outdoor. Games outdoor. Golf ما كتلعبش الجولف في البيت. This is outdoor activity. Camping is outdoor. Dancing تقدر تديرها في يعني في البيت. Sky driving is outdoor. يعني عوض ما يكون عندك واحد يعني واحد 1,000 levels, now we are going to have only 2 levels. يعني you are losing, راك كتفقد بعض المعلومات، ولكن the underlying structure of your data has been kept. يعني داك الفاليو القيمة الرياضية ديال المعلومة راه موجودة، ولكن you are going to lose some information. Okay, so looking back to our data, so هذه policy bin date، وهذا الشيء قلت لكم في الأول from the beginning we are going to remove anything that is date. غادي نستنحيدو أي حاجة اللي هي date تاريخ in except if you think that you are going to be using the time series analysis. هذه باي باي. هذه ثلاثة three هذه the policy state how many features we are going to create.
Three.
No.
Two.
Why two? Is k minus 1. It's 2.
Yeah.
This is 2. This is 1. This is 6. This one is insert occupation. How many do you think we should, if we were to use the dummy variable, how many new features that we need to create?
13.
13. This is 19. واش تخليها 13 that's too much. 20 19 is too much. It's totally up to you. واش بغيتي تخليهم ودير لهم واش بغيتي to reduce. So you have two options. Either leave them as is and transform them into numerical data using the dummy variable k minus 1, ولا قبل ما ترانسفورميهم dummy variables you could use this method اللي كتسمى هذه الطريقة هذه. يعني recategorize them. تقدر دير لهم indoor outdoor ولا هذاك المانتل شي حاجة اللي كتستعملها بالدماغ ولا شي حاجة كتستعمل الجسد ديالك. Is it mental or body, whatever. المهم انت think about a method that you could use to reduce the cardinality of a feature into low cardinal feature, and that low cardinal feature is what you need to use to transform it into numerical data. ما تحاولش please hold on. ما تحاولش دير تحول بحال هذا it's too much, really too much, وما غاديش تحصل على النتيجة اللي بغيتي. We could live with this. هذه مزيانة، هذه مزيانة، حتى هذه مزيانة. 14 60 20 مزيانة. 60 I don't think this is a date number 1. هذه تاريخ يعني هذه نحيدو، ولكن حتى ولو ما كانش تاريخ وكاينة 60 I think 60 is too much. هذه 4 is good. 4 is good. الآخرين 4 5 7 يعني هذه 1000. هذه incident location you got 1000. يعني عندك 1000 unique locations. Okay, so it's totally insane if you were to transform these 1000 into numeric. So يتخلق لنا 999 different columns. اشنو الى حولنا الى خلينا هذه البيانات كامله. انا عندك 991 ديجا عندنا 39 زائد 950 زائد جوج زائد 1 زائد 7 بلس 999 غادي تصدق عندك واحد 5000 6000 different features. وهذا هو المشكل اللي كنحاولوا نتفاداو، لان غادي توقع في الهاي دايمنشنال داتا. وقلت لكم واحد الهضره في شحال هذه، يعني the best data that you could use for your analysis is the data that you have as many rows as possible and as less columns. يعني هادو خصو يكون يعني الكولمز يكون قلال. all records يكونوا unlimited. يعني دائما خصك تقلل يعني من البيانات ديالك. if you want to learn a better you need to have less columns. حنا بدينا ب 39 ومن غادي transformation غادي نصدقوا في 6000 columns. This is too much. And of course there are so many features in there that are highly correlated. There are so many features in there they are not going to contribute to the analysis. They have zero value. علاش حنا غادي نوقع هذا المشكل هذا؟ قبل ما ندير transformation let's first understand what we need. Let's first understand what we have, remove what we can using the knowledge base method that we learned. Let's remove something that is highly correlated using correlation analysis. Let's reduce some of the high cardinal data by transforming into different categories. عاد كتحول لينا وحتى منين كتحول عاد ديك الساعه غادي نديرو PCA, LDA, QDA. There are many methods that we can use to reduce this dimensionality. نقدر نديرو عاوتاني binning, نديرو flagging, نديرو ratio. اوكي بزاف ديال الطرق باش to reduce this dimensionality of this data. نقدر نديرو machine learning like best important features. We are going to learn that later. ولكن قبل ما نوصلوا للtransformation we need to understand what we have in the data and we need to eliminate some features that they are not going to include, they are not going to add any value to the analysis. Okay? So looking back into our data, هادو اللي عندهم الأرقام كبيرة ديال اليونيك just remove them. يعني خصنا نحيدو البوليسي بين it's a date by the way. غادي نخليوها هاد الفيتشر if we know that we are going to use time series analysis ولكن ماش نستعمل time series analysis. So we need to remove this بين date. هادي خصنا نحيدوها حتى هي incident date. واشنو عاوتاني هذه ديال allocation we need to take them out. So 14, 39 auto model, auto make, auto model, auto make they are the same. اللي قلت لي هوندا شركة هوندا عندها مجموعة ديال الأنواع ديال السيارات. غير إما غادي نخلي الأنواع ديال السيارات ولا نخلي اسم الشركة. يعني بغيتي تحيد اسم الشركة حيدها، بغيتي تخليها الار موديل يعني من الأحسن نحيدو اسم الشركة ونخليه نوع ديال السيارة. يعني they have the same. إذا قلتي هوندا أوديسي ولا هوندا أكورد راه عارفين بأن هوندا اللي صنعتها. Why do you give me two? Why do you need to give me information twice? So we need to remove one of them. Okay, folks? Clear? Clear?
Yes.
يا شي واحد كان عنده سؤال؟
Yeah, it's me. Just about هذوك باش to transform هذيك الداتا واش we must be called range between team و
يعني best practice. هذه قاعدة خصك دائما تركز عليها. ما تاخدش شي قرار على البيانات لوحدك. Don't take a decision on your data on your own. Always من الأفضل تشارك معك الناس آخرين. ربما ماشي سوقهم. It's not their business. It's your business to do it. But it's always good as a best practice. Always good to get your team involved. It's not their business. المانجر ديالك ما كيهموش إلا درتي إلا حيدتيها ولا خليتيها. At the end of the day your manager always looking for is a result. ولكن من الأفضل ديروا في الصورة من الأول. This is what's going on. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes. Les columns اللي غادي يبقاو selon l'objectif ديالهم.
Yes, that is true. Yes, it depends on the objectives. Yes. So in this case, we are working on machine learning models. If we have DL models, حتى machine learning they support. There are some machine learning they support. There are some machine learning they support the categorical data. Non-algebraic algorithms they support categorical data. بحال decision tree, random forest, bagging, boosting, ada boost, XG boost. هادو كاملين ولا قاع اللي مبني على tree على الشجرة they support the categorical data. Of DL, deep learning, you don't really need to reduce the dimensionality of your data. يعني في deep learning it has a built-in mechanism that reduces the dimensionality of your data automatically. Machine learning, you have to do it. A human in the machine learning, they have to reduce the dimensionality. In the deep learning, you don't have to do it. The system is going to do it for you. Okay, Mehdi?
Yes.
Good. Okay, so yes, now we know we have a clear picture of what needs to be done. So if we were to look in our data, let's remove this. I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna remove this. So we got some problems here. We got some problems there. Got some question marks. And they believe we got them in several. Yes. What do you think you should do?
Remove it is still an option. Sure.
Sega Neswid.
Remove it.
Yes, remove it.
We can do that.
Replace them.
Replace them. Okay, what do you think you should do? Remove, replace, what else? Yes, sir. Salma, you are thinking. Salma, you are thinking as a data scientist. سلمى بصراحة أنت كتفكري بعقلية عالمة بيانات ما شاء الله. Okay, that is yes. Before you make a decision, better to discuss them, better to understand them. What is the question mark? Okay, what is the question mark? أنا قلت لكم شحال من خطرة don't make a decision on your own. أنا إلا درت معك الانترفيو دابا سولتك. If I have to interview you now for a position, I ask you what do you need to do. If you tell me remove them, it's the right answer, but I'm not going to hire you. If you tell me replace them, it's the right answer, but I'm not going to hire you. I am going to hire Selma instead. I'm not going to hire you. I'm going to hire Selma. Okay, so before you make a decision on anything about your data, always go to your consult the team. خصك تهضر مع من مع داك الداتا اكسبيرت ديالك الداتا اكسبيرت اللي عندك في التيم ديالك. سولو what is this question mark? Is it a missing value? Is it a typo? What is it? Can we fix it from the source? You could have fixed it from the source. قدر كاع انت يرجعوا الروت كوز ويصلحوا لك هذا المشكل هذا من البيان انت كاع ما تحدد. If you were to remove them, you could have removed something important. So before you make a decision on things like this, it's always good to talk with your team, especially the domain expertise and data expert. And you make your own decision. You make a decision. Okay? So you cannot remove, you cannot replace. Removing and replace could be a solution, but when? After you consult with someone who has a knowledge. After you have a clear understanding of what's going on here with the data. Sir, please, why and when we use it's called normalization. So when do we normalize? If you have outliers. If you have outliers, we do normalization. y. For example, you have this data, and this data, when we transform this data into 2D, you are going to see something like this. So you got some problems here, you got some problems. So we need to normalize, we need to put everything in the same scale, is either between 1 and 1, or between 0 and 1, or between -3 and 3, or between 0 and 100. There are many different methods of normalization, and we are going to learn about normalization later. Okay, Dahman, Latifa, are you clear? Latifa, are you clear? You're welcome. Okay, folks. So let's go through, categorical. So I'm going to read the file. Supervised learning, data preparation, categorical data, codes, Python. Okay, so we are going to read the data again. We are going to import all the packages we need. We are going to read our data. Okay, we are going to... Yeah, this is version number 2. Version number 2, we took in version number 2. Remember, in version number 1, we got in version number 1, we got 39 features. Okay, and we removed some features using the knowledge base. So we removed anything that is ID, we removed anything that is date, we removed anything that is constant, we removed anything that is personal, we removed the hierarchical data. Okay, then we used the correlation analysis. We removed X versus X high, and we removed X versus Y low. So هذا حيدناهم كاملين, we saved, and we have version number 2. So version number 2, if we were to do the shape, we got 27. Okay, we got 27 features. Version number 1, we got 39. يعني تقريبا حيدنا 12 features. Okay, so we removed 12 features. We removed 12 features. حيدنا age. Why did we remove age? You guys remember?
The information with the month.
Yes, it's hardly correct. Yes, it's the same information as month as a customer. Why did you remove the policy?
High cardinality of policy number.
No.
My
Why did you remove the policy number?
It not influence the target variable.
No. Policy number. What is this?
it's an ID.
It's an ID. This is an ID. It's an ID. It's just random. Hadl numbers is just random. So we removed the bin date. Why? Why did you remove this?
So date.
It's a date. Yes.
Don't use time series analysis.
Yes, we remove that. Policy state, policy CSL, policy deductible, injury, umbrella, zip code. We remove this. Why?
It's an ID.
No, it's not. No, this is not an ID. This is ID. هذا ماشي ID. علاش حيدنا zip code؟ لأن is the same information as the state. It's high cardinal, hierarchical. Insured sex, level, insured occupation, insured hobbies, insured relationship, capital gains, capital loss, capital incident date. Why did we remove this? It's a date. Incident type, collision type, incident severity, police report, incident state, incident city,
the
same as state. Incident location
State is sufficient.
Location is the same as city, as state. We remove this incident hours of the day. Why? إذا عقلتوا علاش حيدناه؟ Low correlation with the target variable. There's very low correlation. إلى رجعنا correlation analysis كتلقى بأن عندها very low. No, very low. Let's take a look. هذه هي correlation. Okay, so we got a problem there anyway. So غادي نحيدو 0.08 اللي هو R a year، وغادي نحيدو 0.04 اللي هو incident hours of the day. Okay, so غادي نحيدو هذيك. Property damage, bodily injured, witness, policy report, total وحيدنا total claim, injury claim, property claim. علاش؟ Why did you remove them?
I think no correlation with the
حيدنا هادو اللي هاد المربع هذا حيدناه. Why? Because they are highly correlated with one another. Total claims, injury claims, property claims, vehicle claims, they are highly correlated with one another. We kept vehicle claims because it has a higher correlation with the target variable. يعني حيدنا هادو vehicle claim or a make or a model or a year. حيدنا الير هذا علاش؟ Because it has a low correlation with the target variable. يعني the techniques that we use هذه غير techniques اللي تقدر تستعمل قبل ما تطلعش البيانات ديالك كاع على whatever form. So we used what we call the knowledge base، شي حاجه اللي انت بديهيه عندك اللي عارفها، واستعملنا عاوتاني correlation analysis. يعني دابا حيدنا 12 features and then we saved the data and we have a version number 2. So version number 1, how many features do we have?
39.
Yeah, you got 39. You got 39. We got 1,000 claims, 1,000 records. We got 39. Version number 2, we got 1,027. يعني احنا دابا ولينا كنهيئوا البيانات ديالنا للتحاليل. We are preparing our data for the analysis. ولكن راه باقي تابعنا خدمه ديال واخا توينيسيم، راه باقي تابعنا خدمه. باقي خصنا نشوفوا missing values، باقي عندنا categorical data. Okay, we still have categorical data. We don't have any missing values luckily، ولكن باقي خصنا نشوفوا missing values ونشوفوا هاد categorical data اش نديروا ليها، واش نديروا ال F female give a 0 F male give a 1 كتسمى المابين، واش نديروا replacement، واش نديروا dummy variables، واش نديروا one hot encoding، اشنو هي الميثودولوجي اللي خصنا نستعملو. And to determine the best methodology is number one, you need to understand your data. what type of categorical data do you have. عاد ممكن تحدد انت الطريقة المناسبة ديال التحويل. The best. Do we have here in class someone who does not speak Arabic? Anyone here who does not speak Arabic? So I want to make sure that I stop speaking Arabic just in case. Nesweet, do you speak Arabic?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So we don't have. I thought we have some students from Senegal. That's why. I just want to make sure that everybody in the same page. But anyhow, قبل أنت ما تدير تحويل البيانات ديالك خصك تفهم البيانات ديالك اللي عندك. Okay. So but now we have a version number 2. وغادي نديرو version number 3, version number 4, version number 5. غنديرو ننزلو في versions تتكون عندنا a better version. دابا version number 1 اللي هي raw data. Version number 1 راه كانت فيها 39 features. Yeah, we got 39 features in that version. Yeah, we got raw data. We got 39 features. ودرنا شي عمليات. دابا درنا version number 2 اللي هي 29. Version number 3 غادي ندير transformation ديال categorical data. Version number 4 غادي نديرو dealing with missing values, outliers, duplicates, whatever. Then version number 5 is reducing the dimensionality of the data one more time. وديك الساعة غتكون عندنا واحد الفيرجن اللي هي very good to go وغادي نديرو الموديلين عليها. إلا استعملنا البيانات مباشرة ولا إلا ما استعملناش the right then غادي نوقعو في داك المشكل ديال الجايدو اللي قلت لكم ولا غادي نوقعو في أخطر منه الجايدو. Okay? Clear? Clear?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
folks, it's 6 o'clock. That's it for today. Inshallah, I'll see you next week. Until then, you guys have a great weekend. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. See you next week.
Thank you, sir.
Inshallah, you are welcome.
Recording stopped.